Hey guys, this is a Homeschool Dad Q&A. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Stacey, and here on my channel it's all about being a mom, encouraging other moms, living overseas. I'm really passionate about homeschooling. Follow along on our journey if you like to do life together. And if you're new here, introduce yourself down below in the comments. I'd love to meet you. And this is my husband, Dewey. And Dewey, how long have we been married for?
Just over 10 years. About a week over 10 years now.
Yeah. How many kids do we have?
Four boys.
Yeah.
Who are downstairs screaming.
We're hoping they're okay while we film this video.
No, they're fine, so they're great.
So our 10-year anniversary was just this last week, and I did a post on my Instagram account of pictures from current, but then also pictures when we got engaged and we got married. So if you'd like to see those, go check out my Instagram account, and I'll have the link down below in the description box. Hey guys, so it's a while later now and I am working on editing here on my computer, and I realized that I forgot to say this video is in collaboration with a bunch of other awesome homeschooling moms who are asking their husbands these same questions. So the idea is to help families who are considering homeschooling this coming year, and the dads are kind of on the fence, and they can hopefully get some inspiration from seeing other homeschool families who homeschool and what the men's answers are whose wives are already homeschooling. So I think this will be a really good interview to watch, whether you're new to homeschooling or whether you have been homeschooling a long time. It may still be interesting. So I will have the link down below in the description box for the playlist, and also for Bless Bayers, who is the host of this collab. Alright, are you ready for these questions?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I got them here on my phone. So the first question is, how long has your family been homeschooling?
So, this is our second year, right?
Yeah.
The boys are in first grade this year, so.
Yeah, if you count like preschool, it's kind of like the third year, but preschool is a lot of just like playing and learning. Before you ever considered homeschooling, what was your opinion of it?
I thought it's good. I'm glad parents enjoy teaching their children and care about their children's education. My opinion of homeschooling before we started homeschooling was that typically children or people that have been homeschooled tend to be introverts, and we had some people homeschooled in the area that I grew up in, and sometimes it was kind of hard to know how to interact with them just because of how introverted they were. But I think homeschooling is great. I'm glad that parents care about their children's education so much that they're willing to give up kind of their job sometimes to go and to homeschool their children and teach them good values and stuff.
Okay, and question number 3. Did you ever have any reservations about homeschooling before you started?
Yeah, I would say probably my biggest reservation was that for Stacey, I mean, we have 4 boys. 2 of them are officially in homeschooling. The third one, he kind of goes in the room and plays and all that stuff. So with Stacey teaching every day, 5 days a week, for 3-4 hours each day, my reservation, yeah, my reservation was, is she going to get burnt out? Is she going to be spending so much time with the children at a high level of intensity that she's going to get burnt out, and that's going to affect her relationship with our children outside of the school. So that was my biggest reservation. So along with that, one of the things that we've tried to do, and we want to continue to implement, is making sure that outside of school she has her own personal time, things to do, stuff like YouTube, or going to coffee shop and just getting some solo time in and stuff like that. So that was probably my biggest reservation.
Aw, so sweet. And question number 4. What benefits do you see with homeschooling?
I think there's a lot of benefits with homeschooling. I think the first thing that comes to my mind is being able to pick out things that your children are interested in and teach them those things. And also you're a lot more directly involved with each of your children rather than in a public school or even in a private school. in a large classroom setting, the teacher can't spend as much time with each child.
It's a lot more like one-on-one.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a huge benefit I see in homeschooling, is that you can tailor your child's education to meet their learning style and also their personal needs.
For example, like we have twin boys, and one of them is a lot more of a hands-on learner and he needs like interaction and lots of repetition, and the other one is okay with just a pencil and a notebook or paper or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, and question number 5. What do you think homeschooling has done for your relationship with your kids?
I think it's helped me to become more aware of looking for different things throughout the day or throughout whenever I'm spending time with them, as a way that I can teach them. Like, what wasn't just recently I was doing something and Zeke I think came up and I was explaining to him how everything was working and how everything works together. And I think just the idea that Stacey's homeschooling the boys, it kind of helped me understand, you know what, try to take advantage of all those little moments that you have. Whenever your child shows an interest in something, take that opportunity and teach them more about it.
He does really well with this. At our supper table, if the boys have asked a question, especially Zeke, he has a lot of like really good questions, and Dewey will take the time to like explain it on their level in a way that he can understand it, and he does really good with that.
I think that's probably one thing that is lacking a lot in today's society is just good common sense and logical thinking. There's a lot of adults out there today that don't think very logically, and I think if we can teach and train our children to think in a very logical way, I think that's going to help them out a lot in life.
Okay, and question number 6. Do you teach anything to your children, and if so, what?
Not in a formal setting like Stacey does, as far as like in a classroom setting. I've done some typing stuff with them on the computer. There's a website called typing.com. The boys can play games on there and stuff like that. So I've done some informal stuff like that on occasion. I enjoy small electronic stuff, teaching very basic stuff. Maybe Stacey can do a video on that sometime.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, just very basic electronic stuff. Here a couple months ago, we had a printer that wasn't working, and it wasn't worth it to fix it. So Zeke and Zadok and I took the thing apart and just letting the boys play with the screwdriver and stuff, and just tearing everything apart. Doesn't matter if they break it or whatever. So that's been enjoyable to do things like that. And then also we do, each night before the boys go to bed, we do a short devotional time with them where we read a Bible story, we pray with them, we sing some songs and stuff like that. So just very informal stuff, but still it's enjoyable for me and for them.
It's real life living and teaching at the same time, which is really good. What role do you play in homeschooling, and how do you support your wife? Oh, pause. What? Okay, and question number 7. What role do you play in homeschooling, and how do you support your wife?
I don't do any in classroom teaching, so I don't really have a formal role in homeschooling the boys. Ways that I can support Stacey and then I try to support Stacey is whenever I'm at home after I get back from my schedule or whatever, just watching the boys. If the boys get in a fight or a disagreement or whatever, like making sure that I'm the one trying to take care of them. Just to give Stacey some time to unwind and relax after her time of school.
And I think along with that one, we touched on it last time, like he does like family devotions the evening before we go to bed, and he also plays a very like active role in real life, teaching them, helping answer their questions and teaching them like common sense stuff that comes up, how to do different things, taking different things apart. He gets them involved when he's like fixing the car or something like that. Okay, and question number 8. Would you ever put your children in public school?
I don't know. Probably not. Not a public school. I grew up, so I went to public school until I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, and then we switched to a private Christian school. Public school, I don't think I'd ever put my kids in that. A private school, yeah, maybe. And I know public school has changed a lot in the last 15 years, so I don't know what it's like right now, especially being so far removed from it, living in Cambodia. We don't really know what the public school system right now is teaching kids. But as of now, I don't have any plans of ever putting my kids in public school.
We don't have any problem with anybody who does send their kids to school. Like sometimes at schools there's teachers who have been trained to deal with like special ed students, and I think that can be a huge valuable resource. And sometimes parents just don't want to homeschool their kid. They don't want to be the teacher, and that's perfectly fine.
And they don't have time. They don't have time. Like if both parents are working full time, or if it's a single parent home too, and the mom or the dad has to go to work, then they have to send their children somewhere to.
And I think, like for me anyway, I really enjoy teaching the boys. Like it's kind of become a passion of mine. I love like researching and learning myself how to teach them so they can learn a new concept, and I find that really interesting. Okay, and question number 9. This is the last one. What would you say to the man who is unsure or on the fence about homeschooling?
I would say talk to your wife about it. I think it's important to have good, honest communication and share why you're reserved, or why you prefer not homeschooling your kids. I think that if you don't talk to your wife and have good, honest communication with her about the feelings that you're having, then that's not going to be good. So I think you have to talk, and just be open and honest with each other.
You may hear kid noises in the background, FYI, but they're fine. And along with that, like if you do decide to homeschool, if you're on the fence trying to decide to homeschool or not, and then you guys do decide to homeschool, he does really well with encouraging me and teaching them and encouraging the boys with their schooling, and that's really, really supportive and helps to like fuel me. All right, is there anything that you would like to add to this? Anything more you'd like to say?
I think homeschooling is great. I think it's really neat that you can tailor your teaching style to the students' learning style and make it very, very personal. Yeah. I think homeschooling is a really cool thing. One caution I would have though is with you as homeschool parents is that work together. Make sure that, so for me, Stacey's teaching, so I need to make sure that I give her enough time to make sure she can unwind and stay sane. Because if she is always with the boys 24/7, that might not be the best thing for the relationship, because she needs her personal time as well. And as you as husbands, your wives need their personal time as well, so make sure that you are there to help support your wife by taking care of the kids.
You're so sweet.
It's the truth. So yeah, I think homeschooling is great. Yeah.
All right, I was excited to hear your answers, to do this Q&A with you and see what you had to say, and it's been fun. So thank you for doing this. I hope you guys found this interesting and encouraging. Let me know down in the comments below. So remember to smash that thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. And we'll see you guys again next time. Bye. What role do you play in homeschooling, and how do you support your wife? What?
Out.
Okay, and question number 10. This is Earth.
And be able to tailor out.
With you, and it's been fun. And it's been fun. Let me redo that one.
Smash that thumbs up button.